From Forest Ranch, this is the championship game between Nado and the Hotspurs. The G2004 birth age, and Nado is in the green and white, and Hotspurs are in the blue, red, white, and blue with the red numbers. Hopefully you can sit back and enjoy this one from Forest Ranch in the North County. I'm Greg GK Porter for GK Sports. We're at the game. It's going to be a throw-in now for Nado. Nado, a very popular soccer club in San Diego County. And they do a really good job of training their young soccer players up from the early age. Great sports over there on the island of Coronado. And the Hotspurs, they have been doing a fine job over the last number of decades, recent decades, in getting better as a San Diego soccer club. The Hotspurs premier here, the girls basically under 13. And now Nado with the soccer ball in their defensive back. On the near side. And they get it over to Ella. Ella on the soccer ball now. Ella being chased that time by Andrea. Sends the ball into central. She was looking for her teammate Chloe. Chloe didn't get it, but she's got support by Stella. Stella sends it back to the central there. Off of Emily, and then back to Ella. And Ella does get a shot. And a save is made. And so now the goal kick. Hotspurs winning it now, and that's Morgan on the wide side, and it goes out of play. 0-0 your score, just the opening couple of minutes of this President's Cup championship match. The girls under 13, the throw in by Nado, and they have it now in the central. To the near side as they want to gather it up in their defensive third. And they run that ball up across midfield. It caroms off of Emily, and it goes over to the keeper, and the keeper makes her second save of the match. That's Kylie for the Hotspurs. On the wide side, the Hotspurs now, with Brooke trying to chase down the attacker, and she gets help from the central defense that time, and they're able to collapse on it. 35-minute halves in this championship match between the Hotspurs and Nado. And the ball on the right flank. Nado now able to win it. That pressure was being applied by the Hotspurs. Hotspurs getting their name from the great English club, Tottenham Hotspurs. Tottenham Spurs, actually. And that's how they get their name. The throw in as Nado throwing it in from the far side touchline. And touched by Emily. And it goes out of play. It'll be a throw in. Throw in by Hotspurs premier now. And they send it all the way back to Emma. Emma trying to find a connecting ball, but it's intercepted now. And the Hotspurs premier have it again in the corner now. And quickly Emma gets over there and gets it out of play, out of danger, as they wanted to try to turn on that left flank for Hotspurs premier. And so now the throw-in from the far side touchline for Hotspurs premier. 0-0 your score, just 4 minutes into the match. Had to go retrieve that soccer ball now. On this blustery winter day, first month of the year. Martin Luther King weekend. And that ball goes out of play. Off of the Hotspurs player, and so Nado, since it went past the goal line, they will get a goal kick out of it. Both teams doing good work to get here to the championship match. The tournament kind of started off precarious for Hotspurs Premier as they not able to start it off in the way they wanted to by virtue of victories and the like, but then they heated up and they found their way to get in the championship. And here's a good run down to Central, and the Central defense able to make a play for the Hotspurs and get the ball out of danger on the near side. In the 5th minute of action, it'll be a throw-in now. Lena will throw it in. Lena taps that soccer ball and then throws it over off of a good bounce in the area now. They want to get a strike. And trying to get to it that time was Emily, but she just could not get to the soccer ball. She was shielded off, but her teammate gets a shot. And that's wide of frame, and that was Ella that time. And so now that's the 3rd shot of the match now for Nado. Down the right flank, Nado again keeping the pressure on. Here's Chloe now, and that ball goes out of play, and it will be off of Nado. And a throw in for the Hotspurs Premier. 0-0 your score here in the first half. As Nado take that back. Yeah, Nado is going to actually, it turns out to be a free kick. So Nado is going to get their first free kick of the match. Chloe with a free kick. They've already had one corner kick, and that one goes behind frame. Goal kick now. Kylie, the keeper for the Hotspurs. Which direction will she go? She's going to go down to Central, but that ball is intercepted now. And Nado again on the attack with Emily. A strike, and it goes out of play. It was off of the cleat of Emily. And the throw in for the Hotspurs. Aubrey trying to get to the near side, could not do so. Nado winning it and sending the ball forward for Ella. Ella on the run. Ella in the corner now. Ella attacking in the area now, and it is knocked out of play. And they're going to get a corner kick. And taking it is Chloe again. So the second corner kick of the match for Nado. Here in the 8th minute of action. And an outswinger this time, and a good one, and very close to the near side post. And defended well, though, but that one was really, really close to being put into the back of the net.
All right, Nado.
And it was knocked out of play by the Hotspurs. And so it'll be the 3rd corner kick now for Nado in the match. Still 0-0 your score here in this championship match in the first half. Hopefully you're enjoying all the action here. From Forest Ranch Community Park. We got the softball field and Little League baseball field. And they play soccer here. Here's the outswinger now. It's intercepted by Hotspurs and sent out of play on the near side. Past the orange line there. So Lena will throw it in for Nado as it was knocked out past the orange line by the Hotspurs. And we got a handball, and it's going to be a free kick for the Hotspurs. So Nado with the handball and the first free kick of the match for the Hotspurs. They send the ball down to Central. Intercepted, though, by Stella. And her teammate can't run onto it. And so now here are the Hotspurs on the far side. Touchline. Morgan. And it goes out of play as Shannon watches it go out of play. And it'll be a throw-in by Shannon for the Hotspurs. Some players in the Lakeside area in El Cajon from the Hotspurs. Most of the players are off the island of Coronado for Nado, but there are some in other places of San Diego, other areas. And this ball is sent into Central now, trying to get a runner, and that runner would have been Aubrey, and they get another shot, and it goes past the goal line, and it'll be a goal kick. 10 minutes elapsed already in this championship match. They'll play 35 in the first half. And Nado now with the goal kick all the way up to midfield, and running it down is Ella, and that ball was touched out by the Hotspurs, I believe. And it should be a throw-in by Nado.
Looking good, Nado. Keep working.
Still 0-0 your score. Good action so far by both teams, but neither team getting one into the back of the net, as the score shows so far, the clean sheet. And the Hotspurs are going to throw it in. There was substitutions. That was the delay. Hotspurs Premier throwing it in on the near side, but it's intercepted. You see right there by Sophia. Sophia sends it forward now over to Ella. Ella on the move. Ella's pass is intercepted. Nice job in the space by Isabella to cut her off from getting a threading ball to her teammate. But they're going to give up another corner kick to Nado, and this will be the fourth corner kick of the match early here by Nado. And let's see what Chloe decides to do with it this time. Chloe now sending it still as an outswinger off of a bounce. It's brought down momentarily, but the Hotspurs win it, and they send that ball back out of the area. However, it was sent back in the area by Sophia, and then they are able to collect. But Sophia sends it again, pops it in, chips it into the area now, and a strike, and it goes out of play, and a player is down. So a player for the Hotspurs is injured right now. Looks like a little bit of an ankle scenario. And she's having a tough time. Maybe turned her ankle and going to be helped off the field. And hopefully she gets a chance to, it wasn't as severe as one might think, and she'll be able to come back in the match. We'll find out about that as the match ensues. You hate to have that happen to you in a championship match, because you want to help out your teammates to try to win the championship. And only the Hotspurs will know what effect this is going to be for them in this championship match. Taking the shot now will be Ella for the first time on this corner kick. Get a good shot there of a lady who helped us out, Abby, team manager for Hotspurs. So the corner kick. And this one on the low side. And it goes by a couple of players, but the Hotspurs win it, and they get it out of their area and send it up to midfield. However, there's the green and white, and on it there you see is Sophia. Sophia drops it back to Zoe. Zoe sends it across midfield back to Sophia. Sophia sends it down the right flank. She's got her striker up forward now, and that's Olivia. Olivia sends a ball now, and just one across the tiny box and the mouth of the goal, but not able to get anybody to strike it and put it into the back of the net. So still 0-0 your score here in this first half. Get a good chance to see how blustery this day is. And it goes out of play. And it'll be a throw-in.
Good try, Olivia. Come on, Nado.
Throw in for Nado. in the space. A couple of Hotspurs players running onto it, and then now running onto it is Aubrey. Aubrey sends it out wide, looking for a runner on the wide side there. She finds one now, and here's Shannon, but Shannon is dispossessed and then gets supported the back across midfield, but intercepted now by Stella. Stella sends a ball in some space, has her teammate run onto it, and sends another shot and another save by the keeper for the Hotspurs. 5 shots in the match.
Press.
Total of 3 saves. And this ball is sent past the goal line and out of play. Nado now on the near side, sending that ball forward, and it's knocked out by the Hotspurs, and now a throw-in by Ella. Ella looking for her teammate Stella, and Stella could not get it. It was taken away by the Hotspurs, and now it'll be a throw-in by the Hotspurs as it went off of Nado on the near side touchline. Hotspurs with the possession now, but they give it away now to Zoe. Zoe of Nado sending that ball forward, but it's intercepted quickly as one of the players up from the back is able to intercept it and send it all the way down, but Nado able to collect it on that right side defense and send that ball up forward. And a quick touch there by Stella. Stella going out wide to her teammate Olivia. Olivia's been taking those shots from the wide side, and it goes out of play. Olivia's just trying to connect and find somebody there from the shape of their offense to be able to work a play in the central and get that ball for a good shot on net. Hasn't happened, though. So now it is a goal kick. A touchdown by Nado past the goal line. In this 0-0 match, the clean sheet is 17th minute. Hopefully you're enjoying this match. And the ball sent, a good one in the central, and not able to handle it as the first touch by Emily was errant, as she got a really good pass that time by Ella from the flank. Just not able to control it. And so now the goal kick. In the space there, trying to go after it there was Aubrey. And Aubrey will allow it to drop now and try and put pressure on the defender. And that's going to go against Aubrey, so it will now be a free kick now for Nado. So Nado getting their second free kick of the match. Up forward, intercepted by the Hotspurs Premier. And they're able to send that ball up forward now off of Ray Lynn. Ray Lynn goes out to the wide side now for the Hotspurs Premier now. And they finally are trying to get a run going. But nicely done in the back by Zoe. Able to keep Brooke from continuing on. And to the wide side now, Nado. And running onto it that time was Kalissa. And for the Hotspurs, and it goes out of play in the far side touchline. 19th minute of the match. 0-0 your score. Substitutions coming in for the Hotspurs Premier in his championship match of the President's Cup, sponsored by San Diego Soccer Club. Able to see Brian Quinn today. Doesn't normally happen, but able to see him today, and he is the creator of San Diego Soccer Club, the team, the tournament director, and former great San Diego Soccer's player and champion of many times over, Brian Quinn. And the Hotspurs Premier sent one in the attacking area, but intercepted. One in the space. Being strong there is Nado, sending across midfield, but it comes right back in their own half of the field and out of play. However, they'll be able to throw it in. In the 20th minute now, Nado from the near side throwing it in, as they've had any kind of as you want to call it, threatening chances in this match. Not able to connect into the back of the net, but they have tried. And the Hotspurs Premier now want to do a little bit better of that here in the first half, as they are going to substitute a couple fresh players into the match. Of course, we will always name the players as they touch that soccer ball if we do not see exactly who came in the match. I believe that's Aubrey. No, that's Kelly just came in, number 9 for Hotspurs Premier. On the near side, Chloe sending that ball up, and running after it is Emily, and it goes out of play. Emily now throws it in. Emily gets a return pass. They drop it back now, and Lena strikes it right at the keeper. She dropped it now at a shot, and she makes another save. A couple of shots that time, but she dropped the initial one, but fortunately, the striker was right at the doorstep, able to make the save, though. Nice service that time by Lena. And now sending another chip as Delaney now, but it's intercepted for Nado. But trying to get it is Emily into space. And the defender for the Hotspur is able to win it first and send it across midfield. 21st minute of the match. And 35-minute halves. As Nado now trying to attack again, and right in front of Ella. And the keeper able to make the save. Hotspurs now in their own defensive half. Lauren with it. Lauren getting it out wide to Brooke. And then running back for it is Brielle, and it goes out of play. And it'll be a throw-in. Substitution coming in for Hotspurs. Hotspurs Premier now in this match. They send the ball across midfield. And it's intercepted. And running onto it there momentarily there was Stella. Correction on that. That was Kelly. And then the ball went all the way back to the keeper. And the keeper able to make a save. In his space, it'll be a free kick for the Hotspurs Premier. Substitution for Nado now, as coming out of the match is Stella.
Come on, Nado. Keep it up, keep it
The
up.
Hotspurs Premier now. They send that ball all the way down toward the attacking third. Trying to get somebody to possess it, cannot. And so Sophia wins it for Nado, but then it is won and sent all the way back into their own defensive third. And just driving it errantly there was Julia that time in the corner.
Let's go, Spurs!
So it'll be a goal kick for Nado. Nado now sending the ball up the central now, trying to get somebody to run onto it, cannot. And the lone player in the deep back for the Hotspur is able to send that ball up forward. And it goes right to the green and white. And it goes off the cleat of Chloe this time in the central, but the Hotspurs now trying to win it. And it is won there at midfield as they're able to get a wall, and they reduce the size of the field a little bit. Brielle on the wide side now. And that ball is sent in some space. Trying to get to it was Josie. She did, and then sent it out wide. It is chipped back towards the central, but Nado able to win it. And they have a player there in the central, and that's Sadie now. Sadie beats a defender, only one in the deep back. Tries to do a step over now, and they're able to run back there and kind of muck up the play that time. She might have been better served just to try to run by the defender, but she tried to do a step over to try to beat her, and in doing so, it slowed down the process there because basically it's 1v1 with the last defender for the Hotspurs. And now on the wide side, Nado now with the attack there, and a good first ball, and it goes right to the keeper for the Hotspurs, and that's Kylie again to be able to make her 7th save. But a good pass in the central to Chloe, and Chloe not able to get enough on it to beat the keeper. Good little bit of action there from the wide side, and they've been doing that in this match from both sides, both flanks for Nado. And here's Lena. Lena sending that ball towards a teammate, but then it's intercepted there in the space. But as it was popped up and sent forward, it got intercepted again, and now the Hotspurs again trying to make moves now. Here's Julia. Julia tries to get it out to the wide, but gave it away now. And here's Ella, I believe. Ella on the wide side. Ella now trying to thread the needle, and it just trickled off the cleat that time. And Calissa was able to get to it, but now they have a shot, and it goes past the goal line. Still 0-0, you're scoring the 26th minute of the match. Hopefully you're enjoying this championship match of the President's Cup for 2017. I'm Greg GK Porter for GK Sports. We're at the game. Here's a goal kick now for the Hotspurs Premier now. Sent all the way up forward. Intercepted there. 50-50 ball. Who's going to win it? It's the Hotspurs Premier. They do cross midfield. They get a quick attack now. And finally, they get a threatening ball to where having to make the save is the keeper for Nado in her first save of the match. So finally, the Hotspurs getting a shot on the keeper. And that was a good attack down the central. But it took them all this time to really get what they wanted, or at least somewhat of what they want. They wanted in the back of the net. But you got to work on those types of things in order to do that. And that was a good sequence of what they're trying to do. In this central there, and it's won by Nado to send the ball forward. And it's intercepted in the deep end and sent all the way forward for the Hotspurs Premier, the red, white, and blue, to try to get onto the soccer ball. Knocked out by Nado. It'll be a throw-in now by Brooke. So Brooke will throw it in here in his President's Cup championship match. Knocked down, brought down nicely there by Julia. And the ball fed in the corner now. They get a good first touch that time, and making the save is the keeper for Nado, getting her 2nd save of the match. In the space, trying to run it down, and foul as foul was on Andrea. So now Chloe will set it up for a corner kick. And taking it will be Lena.
30s or 35-minute halves. Okay.
When I said a corner kick, I meant a free kick. Lena directing traffic now, as this first half is drawing to a close. Sending the ball all the way down on a bounce, but she sent that ball too far for her teammate Chloe to run onto it. Nevertheless, another save. The keeper, the Hotspurs. Hotspurs Premier, and this ball goes out of play. And it'll be a throw-in. Throw-in for Nado. And on the wide side, here's Sadie now. Sadie gets it out wide to her teammate, who continues on now. And that ball is in the corner, and it is driven past, not past the goal line, past the far side touch line. Into space now. And delivered right there onto the foot of the red, white, and blue. The Hotspurs Premier, they win it, send it out of their own deep third and upfield. But Nado winning it there as it never went across midfield. But the Hotspurs Premier now able to get onto the soccer ball in the space. It caroms to the near side now and trying to chase it down and keep it in that time was Kelly, not able to do so. The throw in by Nado. And that's Chloe. Chloe sending the ball all the way across the field. And it goes out of play. Do not have 16 on our page. So we'll just say her number. She runs onto the soccer ball, making plays in this half. Down to the last few minutes of the first half, and it's still a clean sheet. A throw in now for Hotspurs out of their own defensive half. And it goes across midfield, but Nado winning it on that far side flank, their right flank, and it goes out of play now. The Hotspurs will be able to throw it in off their left flank now. They throw it in towards the area. It's intercepted, though, and they will be able to get another throw in. Shannon will throw it in, and she retrieved it, trying to work towards getting one in the back of the net as the first half closes in this soccer match. And in the central, it pops around and goes over to Andrea. Andrea, who was sandwiched there, and it comes off to the near side, but not getting much on that was Ray Lynn, and intercepted and sent towards midfield now. And trying to, that was dangerous that time by Allison, trying to kick that ball. And thankfully for her, she didn't get called for kicking the player. And it goes all the way into the deep third of Nado. And so now the Hotspurs Premier will be able to throw it in. Still working on trying to put one in the back of the net in this last minute or so. Keeping the action in the defensive half of Nado. Is coming out of the match is Chloe. Played well in his first half. Don't know if she'll be able to, or if she will come back in before the end of the first half. Hotspurs Premier to the throw-in now. And they want to get a striker there in the area now. Can't do it as it goes out of their own deep third, but across midfield. And they, as they reduce the size of the field, they chip it into a bunch of green and white. But now they're able to run onto it. Hotspurs Premier in the central and not able to stop that soccer ball in the central that time as they had a player there just outside the area. But they still have it now, still trying to put a pressure on. And that is Ray Lynn. And it goes out of play. Not able to get a good touch on it. So too heavy of a touch that time. And it's going to be a throw-in now for Nado. With just a couple minutes left here in the first half. Who will put one in the back of the net and put a lot of pressure on the other team as the half closes out. Can be a big thing if you can get one right at the end of the half. Can be a big momentum builder for you. As chipping it forward there was Shannon to the wide side of the field, but Nado able to collect and send it forward, but it's intercepted again. The Hotspurs here in the last few minutes spending a lot of time in Nado's half of the field as they seem to be energized now as it's off of Shannon's cleat now. Ray Lynn got a touch. It goes across midfield now. But the Hotspurs again able to collect now. Finding a little bit more of their form now. And sending the ball forward is Brooke. But intercepted. Brooke wins it again. Wins it back now. Across midfield. Brooke in the corner now. Gets her teammate to get it. That's Morgan now. Stops. Lets a couple players fly by her now. And it goes off of the foot of 16 there. And it'll be a throw-in now. As the Hotspurs Premier again, sending it into the corner with a throw-in now. As it's sent upfield, but they'll get a chance to throw it. No, they won't. It will be a throw-in by Nado. Just moments left here. Seconds left before the center ref blows a double whistle. The throw down the right side for Nado. And a couple players for Hotspurs Premier there, and the throw in now by Brooke. Brooke in some space, but nobody is there. But she now gets a teammate to run onto the soccer ball. That's Morgan. Chipped it forward and went out of play. And it'll be a throw-in by Nado. Nado, maybe not enough time to go all the way, and they won't have it, as that is the end of the first half. With the score, there is no score. 0-0. 0-0, as it's known in soccer. And that'll conclude the first half of action in this championship game of the President's Cup 2017. Stick with us. We'll be right back with the second half. Action set to get underway here in the second half. Shift colors for all you sailors out there, past and present. And going from left to right now is Nado, and right to left is the Hotspurs. 0-0 your score. And let's see what happens here in the second half. If it's still tied, either way, whether it's tied at 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, or whatever it is, and it goes into the overtime scenario, and it will be a short one, and then if it's still tied, they'll go into penalty kicks. But that's always the dreaded one. Here's a shot and a save! Oh, what a shot that time, and sneaking in there from the left flank, and she's done that in the first half, was Chloe, and Chloe nearly got that one into the back of the net. Only a fine defensive play was able to be made in order to save that one from being in the back of the net. And now the center ref wants the soccer ball. Nevertheless, for Nado, another shot in the match. That's 10 in the match they have. Kylie sending it forward. It goes off of a Nado player, and that was at close range. And you hate to see that. As so far in this match, I don't believe I've seen the young lady who tweaked her ankle come back into the match. And now here's Emily down. And she's going to have to be attended to. And we just hope that she will be okay to come back into the match, but there may be some stuff that they're going to have to do to her right now in order to get her ready to do that. And she's been an effective player in the first half for Nado. But at this point, they will be without her for a little bit of time. Not the rest of the match. We will find out. At this age, it can be very, very physical. And so you have to be willing to be up to the task of that. And if you are, that's why you continue to love the game and continue to play on. And the Hotspurs now in the attack as they did at the end of the first half. Now here is a chip, and no problem for the keeper for Nado. They do get their first real chance up the field. And Nado now trying to get out of their own defensive half. And they send the ball out of play. In its 0-0 championship match of the San Diego Soccer Club, SDSC, sponsored President's Cup. did the President's Cup last year. Del Mar Sharks in Temecula. It's on our website, GK Sports, on YouTube. And it goes out of play. That's actually our YouTube channel, that is. The website is mrgksports.webs.com. And you can order this match, or if you send me an email, order more than one if you need to, or set yourself up for particular orders in the future for your team. Just get in touch with us on the contact us part of the website, and we will work on doing that for you. Yeah, it's a Hotspurs premiere now. Send the ball on a few bounces all the way down. You get a long distance shot of on it.
Right behind.
Hotspurs premiere. Only 3 shots in the match.
Yeah. Stay with her. Stay with her, Olivia.
Here is a free kick now.
Good kill.
The Hotspurs. Ball sent up forward, and it's intercepted. And it goes to the wide side. Trying to keep it in was Chloe that time. Could not. So the Hotspurs again will have an opportunity here to throw it in. In the 41st minute of the match. Off of a header in the corner, and getting back there is Emma, and she gets it over to her teammate Zoe as they want to try to get it out of deep danger, but the Hotspurs want to continue on in the area, and that ball is going to go past the goal line. And will they get a goal kick or a corner kick out of it? Yes, they are. They're going to get a corner kick out of it, and it'll be their first corner kick of the match. Andrea's going to take it.
Come on, Nado. Good defense out there, girls.
So corner kick now. Let's see what happens off of this CK. Set pieces can always be dangerous. And it's not a bad one, but it's off the side of frame. Nevertheless, they do get another shot in this match. Turning out to be their 4th shot. Nado now with the goal kick off the short box. In the area, center ref says play on now. Off of the collision now, and on it now is Sophia. Sophia sends it forward, and it was off of, that looked like Emily's back into the match. Maybe that was another number, but looked like that was Emily there, and that ball goes out of play. The near side, or rather the past the goal line that was, and sent all the way up forward now. 0-0 your score. Nado now on the run. Here's Ella. Ella on the move. Ella in the area now. Ella's going to pass it to her teammate on a goal. Go, 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 go.
Way to stay on.
Ella and Chloe with a lot of speed, and Chloe the finish. And it is 1-0. Beautiful play by Ella, just running defenders back, and found Chloe there, and Chloe was unmarked because the speed was just too much. 1-0. So now, Nado getting the first goal of the match. Off the foot of Chloe, and Ella the assist. And the 1-0 score on the near side. It'll be a throw-in. And now the Hotspurs, they know what they have to do. They've got to try to get the equalizer before this match is over with in order to extend it, in order to have a chance to win the championship. Nado now finally getting one into the back of the net as they had most of the territorial and touches in the first half. And any kind of decent opportunities in the first half as they now get another strike. And another save by the keeper of the Hotspurs. That is the 12th shot of the match. And they have a player there off of her knee, and then another deflection and a save. Deflection by Olivia from Sophia, and the save is made. Down the 13th shot. Lots of saves in this match for the keeper of the Hotspurs. Now she's finding herself, and here's another shot, and that one whizzes by. It had a little bend on it that time by Chloe, who scored the only goal of this match. – 14 shots now by Nado in this match. Quite a bit. Hotspurs out of their own defensive third now, send it across midfield. Still plenty of time for the Hotspurs premier in this match to try and get the equalizer. Only down 1-0. Nado now in the attacking third, or rather in their defensive third, all the way. That ball sent to midfield, and it is going to be a free kick now by Andrea as she was fouled that time by Chloe. So another free kick for the Hotspurs, only their second of the match. And it whizzes by that time Brooke. Emma is number 2 on Nado. Brooke and Morgan in the area there. Hotspurs. Nado throwing it in out of their own deep third. Brooke intercepts it with a header to her teammate, Morgan, and they get another touch. Want to continue with the touches there. There's Lauren, and she sends it all the way back upfield, only to be sent on a ball off of a bounce. Running it down was Ray Lynn, but it had too much pace on it that time. Nevertheless, the keeper for Nado has to make a save. Four saves now for the keeper, Nado. And that ball in the corner, and it goes past the goal line. So now the Hotspurs keeper will go ahead and get it going. Up to... That was Shannon. Shannon and her teammate sending it across midfield on a long ball attack and trying to run it down as Ray Lynn. And it is chipped out of play by Nado defenders. And so now it's going to be a throw-in.
Right there, Olivia. That's good.
Throwing from the far side touchline now. Allison throws it in for the Hotspurs. Allison looking that time for Shannon. Was intercepted and sent all the way up to midfield, and coming over there to get a cleat on it was Andrea, and it goes out of play. 1-0, Nado. Every time it goes out of play, it works in their favor because the time continues to run and they have the lead. And Hotspurs are not able to touch the soccer ball. That's what you want. If you can get it, whenever you have the lead. In the world's most famous sport, the ball with the geometric designs. Football in most countries, soccer. In this one, we got another sport called football. They're doing NFL playoffs. Divisional style.
Good goal, ref.
And that ball will be now a Nado possession and a free kick. getting their 4th free kick of the match. The near side. Nado getting it all the way up to the attacking third, but it was drawn all the way back to him at midfield now. On it there is Zoe. Zoe was pressured and it was taken. The ball was dispossessed that time. And Josie now. Josie sending it out wide to Morgan, but it was too much pace on the ball that time. So now it'll be a goal kick. Goal kick again for Nado. Not in a hurry. As we get close to the 50th minute, and now in the 50th minute of the match.
Come on, Nado! Come on, Nado! Keep working hard out there, girls.
There'll be substitutions. The goal kick. Players dumped there in space, and it looks like it's going to be a free kick now for Nado. So Nado now getting their 5th free kick of the match. In the central, that is Emily. Emily taking a shot. It's blocked now, and Emily going after it again, and it goes out of play. Emily back into the match. Was taken care of and playing well. Substitution coming for the Hotspurs. As kind of laboring that time, as you see there was Shannon coming out of the match. And here's the throw-in now. As in the corner. Nado now again with another chance. And a save right in front of Chloe. Nice save. And another shot again for Nado in this match. That's their 15th shot of the match. And all the way back down, and a chance that time, and the keeper coming off her line, and bodied that time, but the Hotspurs with a quick return up the field. And Julia maybe a little bit too hasty on the opportunity. Cadence, the keeper, done a fine job at this match. Dumped, but still held on to the soccer ball.
Great girl.
Rubbing her right hip on the play. And across midfield, Nado continuing to try and see if they can keep pressure on and try and get one into the back of the net again as they lead 1-0 in this match. To midfield, the Hotspurs winning it. Only momentarily now. On the left flank, here comes Nado again. And on the soccer ball is Ella. Remember, Ella got the assist on that goal by Chloe now. And this ball put in the partial circle for Nado's attackers now on the near side. Here's Olivia. Olivia chips a ball, and the save is made by the keeper.
Come back.
All the way upfield, Nado again. Nice move. Here's Ella now. Ella again on the soccer ball here in the second half, and a save is made, and that was a pretty good shot that time. And she was saying, well, maybe I might get a rebound, and if I do, Chloe's right there. But holding on, keeper that time. And again, another shot for Nado in this match. Total of 17 in the match. Here they come again now in this championship match. Greg GK Porter with you for GK Sports now. And here's an opportunity to go! Go! Chloe was there away from the defender and just turned and put it into the back of the net. And she gets her second goal of the match. And again, it all happened from that left flank with Ella putting pressure on them in the defensive third. And this time, maybe not as fast a play, but an effective as a play to get it into the back of the net. And now it is 2-0. Nado in the green and white, putting themselves in a more comfortable position to win the championship. And now on the soccer ball is Brooke. And real pressure is put on the Hotspurs now, as they have to not only recover from a 1-goal lead, they have to recover from a 2-goal lead. And can they do it? The 55th minute of the match. They'll only play 70 in this match. So now it is a free kick again for Nado. Their 6th of the match. That one was taken by Emma now. As Nado now and Emma sending the ball off a deflection over to the Hotspurs. And they're able to win it and send it up forward, but it went off of Julia. They're not able to get possession of it any further. Taken away and back the other way, and a shot and a save. And that shot was by the young lady who was injured, Emily, earlier in the match. Or earlier in the second half of the match. A total now of 18 shots in this match. "15 saves by the keeper for Hotspurs." And along the left flank now, that's Emily now. Emily's still staying with it. And she got it to go off of the Hotspurs player, Lauren, that time. Was trying to mark her, and then the throw in. And it is off the Hotspurs again. So Nado in the 56th minute, as they'll watch a couple of players for the Hotspurs be substituted out. Or at least one player substituted out. 2-0 your score in this championship match of the President's Cup 2017. Hopefully you've been enjoying all of the action. A player is down there momentarily, but gets back up. And play continues on and deflected out on a very hot velocity towards the keeper. But nicely done, as they had a defender there in this small box to protect in the space. Get it out of danger. So now it is going to be a throw-in from the far side touchline, and every time it goes out, it's an advantage for Nado. Coronado young ladies who came from the Coronado Youth Soccer League and have worked their way up to being 13-year-olds now and still playing in the sport. Leading in the championship, Brian Quinn San Diego Soccer Club sponsored President's Cup for 2017. That ball on a trajectory headed towards the area, but intercepted now. And winning it there in the space. Nicely done by Stella. Stella now gets it over to her teammate Olivia. Olivia to the near side, but she's being marked heavily now. And that ball comes back upfield now, and it goes onto the foot of Zoe. But Zoe had nobody there. But now her teammate comes in to take it away. Stella now sends the ball in the central, and they can't get another strike on it. Back up the field, the Hotspurs now, as they want to continue on, and chasing it down there is Ray Lynn. But there's too many of the green and white, and they have possession now. But in the space now, running onto it there was Julia for a moment, but couldn't go any further. And now she's got support in the back, and a run up by Calissa. But right as she tries to take another step, it's taken away and sent all the way down the left flank now for Chloe. Chloe, who scored the 2 goals in this match for Nado. And one in a brilliant fast break attack, and able to be right there where the pass was and put it in the back of the net of Ella. And then the second time, again, finding herself free, controlling the soccer ball, spinning and putting it into the back of the net. And now coming into the match is Kat, who obviously has had a injury of some sort to her knee, maybe a ACL type of an injury, with the brace now out there in the match. Chloe now is going to set it up for another one of her corner kicks in this match. This is the 6th corner kick of the match for Nado. Here at about the hour mark of the match. And it is knocked out of play, and they're going to get another one.
Do it again, do it again, do it again.
It'll be their 7th corner kick of the match. On, 10 minutes left to play in this match. A championship one here at Forest Ranch Community Park, right next to Stone Ranch Elementary, and also right next to the Greater Boys and Girls Club. And an interception there in the short box. But Nado winning it there. And a good pass upfield. And a good touch there by Delaney there, sending it forward, but it intercepted now by the Hotspurs, and they send it all the way down, chasing the Nado defenders back. Back to their keeper, who drives it upfield. And in the space, though, they able to get a player to run onto it and send it to the keeper, Cadence, to make a save. Cadence hasn't had to make too many saves in this match. Nado, only your 5th save of the match. 6 shots now for the Hotspurs. And in the space there, their defensive space, they're able to win it there that time and send it across midfield. But now Nado again trying to keep the pressure on. Remember, though, in the end of the first half, Nado started to have a lot of touches in the defensive half. Hotspurs had a lot of touches in the Nado defensive half. Will they be able to do that kind of thing here? And they're going to have to do it if they're going to have any kind of chance to tie this match up. And really, you might say it's urgency time now, because they are down by 2 goals here in this championship match. So they need to really keep their shape in this match and be able to get a lot of effective touches in the defensive half of Nado on the near side. With that soccer ball there is Kelly. Kelly bodied that time, and it is past the goal line, as Kelly not able to do much with it on the left flank of their offense. Substitutions are going to occur for both teams. Like to thank both coaches for their help with the rosters here in this match. Goal kick now for Nado, with about 8 minutes left to go in this match. We have the unofficial time. Time is on the center ref's watch there. And it is now going to be a free kick, though. And this is Morgan with the free kick. Morgan for the Hotspurs. Set piece in the defensive half. And it's up in the air, and a goal! Goal, 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 goal. Morgan able to put it in the back of the net with a strong shot. And the keeper, Cadence, not able to hold on to it. Knocked it away from her body, but not away from the goal. And it went behind her. And it is now 2-1. And that's exactly what the Hotspurs needed at this juncture, with about 7 minutes left to go in the match. Now they have plenty of time to try and get the equalizer, as it is now a 2-1 match. And again, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, they like to try and put a lot more pressure on Nado towards the end of a half. And that's exactly what they did in the first half. Can they continue that here in the second half? Or will Nado turn that around and keep them away from doing any danger and trying to put it in the back of the net? That ball goes past the goal line on a run by off the left flank by the Nado attackers, so it is now going to be a goal kick. But one of the things you do have to deal with whenever you are behind, that's the fact that the coach of the other team is going to substitute. He's going to continue to find ways to eat up time off the clock along with his players. And that is the problem that you deal with in the world of soccer, or otherwise known as football. And now, though, the Hotspurs, and this is Morgan who scored the lone goal and sends one off the side of frame. Nice run, though. She was double teamed, but took a shot and off the top of the side of frame. So that's the kind of thing you want to continue to do. Continue to put the pressure on the other team when you're down. And here they have it again now in the attacking third. It trickles around, and Morgan just could not get it that time as she was being marked heavily and went down. And center ref did not want to call that one. But the ball had a little bit of English on it. And it was kind of bouncing around, and you'll have that here on the artificial surface. And she just wasn't able to bring that ball into her possession and get a shot on it. But they had a player there in the space, the dangerous space, to try to put one into the back of the net. And that may be one of their last opportunities to do that. And maybe their very best opportunity of late, other than when they put it into the back of the net. And now, here again, they continue to try to run it down. And that is Shannon. And it goes out of play. And it'll be a throw-in now. As the Hotspurs down by a goal. They got about 4 minutes left to go in a match. It's going to be a throw-in now from the far side touchline. Off of a bounce now. They're in the area. You have to be careful if you're Nado. You can't afford a foul here. And here's a shot. And it goes errant that time by the Hotspurs. But nevertheless, another shot in the match as they now have their 8th shot of the match. Nado trying to ride this one in to the championship. Just a few minutes left to go in a match as it's upfield. Nado now, but they're still in their defensive half. Aubrey now. It trickles around now. The defenders have to be careful as they in the back line are sending it to midfield. And to the wide side you see there Andrea, but could not hold on to the soccer ball. So Nado now in the area, but they can't go any further. But they upfield are able to win it and send it back into the area. Off of a bounce now, trying to get a strike. And here's a big opportunity and is saved. And that was number 16. I mentioned didn't have her number, but couldn't get a strong shot on the keeper. But nevertheless, they do get another shot in this match as they have a total now 19 shots in the match. 16 saves by the keeper. Here's the Hotspurs now. The back line able to win it in the central. Sending it across midfield. In the deep back now. Here's Brooke now. Brooke, Karams gets a ball up to midfield at Karams. And working with it is Julia. Julia could not stay with it and regain it that time. So now here's Nado now. The near side. Brooke in the space. And it goes off of Nado and it'll be a throw-in. Maybe a couple minutes left to go in a match. And there's going to be substitutions that are going to come in. 2-1. Nado leading here in the championship match. It's been a good one here, especially in the second half for S Ranch Community Park. You get into another angle of it there. The throw in. That is the Little League area where they just recently had the #1 pick in the Major League Draft. And Mickey Moniak from this area here in San Diego was a #1 pick in the draft. Got a chance to see him a few years back in the district championships here at Forest Ranch Community Park. And substitution now is coming in for Nado. And they now have probably put this one away one last chance for the Hotspurs. In the defensive half, there's a quick strike by Julia, sending it out wide. That ball's got to stay in play. Vanessa can't keep it in play. It goes out of play. And so now throw in for Nado in their deep third along the left flank now. And to midfield. But they win it now. Here's Andrea now, sending the ball into central. Need somebody to run onto it, but they can't get it right now. As Nado getting to it first and sending it across midfield. Morgan now gets to it. She's a lone goal scorer for the Hotspurs. Premier on the near side. Morgan can't get to it as the ball was sent just a little bit with too much pace for her, but they say it was lastly off a Nado player. So throw in now. Up in the air. Double whistle is upcoming. Momentarily here, Josie now, it trickles around, 50-50 ball now, hit forward now by Isabella, and they say it's a foul against Nado, and Morgan is going to take this free kick. Free kick, their fourth one of the match. She scored on the last one. Nado is going to substitute another player and eat up the final remaining time here with a free kick. Morgan has to score on this one. Can't do it off of a bounce. And getting it there is Cadence. And that's a double whistle. The end of the championship match from Forest Ranch Community Park. We hope you enjoyed all of the action. Good match here, especially in the second half. And the winners, the Nado team of girls under 13, winning this championship match over the Hotspurs Premier. I'm Greg GK Porter for GK Sports saying take care of yourself as always. God bless, and remember to save this one on your hard drive. Bye now from Forest Ranch Community Park. Stick with us though. You'll see the ceremony, and then we'll close it after that.
In the President's Cup Soccer Tournament, our tournament director, Brian Quinn, myself, and all San Diego Soccer Club, thanks you for participating in our tournament. It's the teams that make it a success, the teams that make it fun, and of course it's the parents that make the team successful. So we appreciate all of you for being here. There's probably a few people that want to run off and watch football games or something. What? the pointy football games. So anyway, thank you very much. It was a great game. 2-1. So our champions is Nado finalist Hotspurs. I'd like to ask the Hotspurs coach to recognize the player.
Thank you. So, very good performance today. You guys earned that for sure. She said 2-1. I didn't really think it was that close. Honestly, it's like on paper it was 2-1, but it was not that close. I thought our game yesterday, decided by a free kick, was a lot closer. Today, you guys absolutely earned it. You guys got better as the weekend went. You guys are well coached. I like your style of play, and good luck and stay tough. You guys, good job. Good mentality. You guys have the right mindset. Good stuff. For you guys, 2-1. Played really hard right there at the end, especially once we got our goal, but too late and not enough. It's kind of the story of the weekend. Solid weekend though in the goal for us. Good job, Kylie. See her with 2 ankles. She's really good.
Go to her, people. Oh,
Good job. Yeah, see, well done on the outside. Good job, Vanessa.
guys, get it wrong.
Good weekend for us. All pretty good stuff. Good passes today. Joe, well done. Steady performance all weekend. Lou. Score a goal with like 10 seconds left. Well done for us in the middle, Shannon. Good job, Shannon. Good job. Excellent job on the outside up top, Ray. Good job, Ray. Scored a goal from like 55 yards out today. And we've missed you all year long. 1 ACL is all she needs to play. Good. Okay. Last but not least, Andrea's sister. Good job. Good luck in K-Cup, you guys. Good job. Well done.
And our tournament champions, congratulations to Nado, girls under 13 gold President's Cup tournament champions.
Gary, I'll hold it for you. Gary, do we? Gary.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So, girls, I think I gotta thank you guys. You exposed a lot of weaknesses for us, and you made us work harder. So we appreciate that. I think you have a lot to work with. Unfortunately, you had a couple of injuries and stuff like that, and we know how that is as well. I think you got a good coach. He keeps you motivated. And I wish you the best of luck in state competition on as well. To my girls, obviously super proud. To the parents, and obviously the opposition's parents, thank you guys for making a good weekend for us again. I know we got a couple more coming, so it was good preparation for the girls. So congratulations, girls, again. First, we got our captain, Emma, one of the captains, Emma. We got Emily. Lana. Sadie. Kat. Ella. Delaney. Olivia. Searles. Stella. Williams.
Yeah, Chloe.
Roberts.
Oh, she has me. Della.
Sophia. Kaden.
Yeah, Kaden.
Thank you so much for a great tournament. We had a blast. Thanks again, guys.
And if you guys can take pictures over there, so.
Yeah.
take pictures?
We're not missing anybody, are we?
Christina.
Okay, quick picture for that. Everybody smile.
1, 2, 3, bits.
Thank
Here
you.
we go. Lighting's really bad. Does anybody have good lighting? No, you gotta hit the thing.
Hold up that trophy there. I want to read it. Have it read on there.
We could just give it to him so you can read it.
Yeah, that's true.
My name is Lana, and my favorite soccer player is Alex Morgan.
All right. The rest of you guys can stand up and then just like in a line, that kind of a thing.
My name is Cadence Palmer, and my favorite soccer player is Carly Lloyd.
Okay. You can talk about winning the championship. How you feel about the championship?
Okay, my name is Ella Odin, and my favorite player is Tobin Heath, and it was fun that we won.
Okay. You can just say your first name. You don't have to say your last name too. Just
My name is
that's fine.
Chloe, and my favorite soccer player is Suarez. This tournament was really, really fun, and I'm super happy to take part in it.
Parents, you can clap.
My name is Emma, and my favorite soccer player is Carly Lloyd, and I think this tournament taught us a lot. My name is Emily, and my favorite soccer player is Carly Lloyd. My name is Zoe Sterling, and my favorite soccer player is Megan Stewart. My name is Chloe Roberts, and my favorite soccer player is Alex.
Zoe, you guys are supposed to
My name is Stella, and I can't really decide. I love My name is Sophia, and my favorite soccer player is Luis Suarez because I'm Suarez the vampire. My name is Kat, and my favorite soccer player is Tobin Heath. My name is Sadie, and my favorite soccer player is Mallory. My name is Olivia, and my favorite soccer player is Matthew. My name is Delaney, and my favorite soccer player is Charlie Lloyd.
1, 2, 3.